The bicycle's chain is the only one that sets you free. Purely defining this quote, a group of enthusiastic young cyclists from the Trinity College Cycling Club, along with their master in charge, set out on a 2-day adventure, leaving behind the familiar streets of Kandy to explore one of Sri Lanka's most historically rich and visually stunning regions, Dambulla. What began as a simple ride would become a journey through ancient culture, natural beauty, and team spirit, all connected by the rhythm of their wheels and the strength of their shared passion. This was not just a trip. This was a story of discovery, seen from behind the handlebars. This is their journey. Day 1 began not on the pedals, but in preparation. At 5:30 a.m., the group's bicycles were loaded on into a separate vehicle and sent ahead. The students themselves left school in the college van at 7 a.m., heading straight to Rest, a peaceful guest house nestled just outside Dambulla town. Surrounded by trees and tucked away from the main roads, it was the perfect place for the adventure.
Yesterday, we loaded our bicycles onto a carrier, and today at 7 a.m. we left school. And now we are in Rest, and now we are going to leave to the Dambulla Lake.
After settling in and changing into their gear, the team got onto their bikes for their first ride, the journey through the serene village of Kalundava. Known for its still ponds, wide paddy fields, and towering coconut trees, Kalundava feels like a world suspended in time. The road to the village winds past rural homes and stretches of open landscape. And by midday, the group had experienced the quiet charm of the area. They returned to Rest for lunch and some much-needed rest. At around 5:30 p.m., they set off once again, this time heading to one of Sri Lanka's most iconic spiritual landmarks, the Dambulla Cave Temple. The temple holds over 2 millennia of spiritual and artistic history. The stone steps led them to a panoramic view of the dry zone below, while inside the caves, ancient murals and rows of meditative Buddha statues created an atmosphere of reverence and awe. The cool, dim chambers felt untouched by time, offering a powerful end to the day.
We left Kalundava at about 1:30 p.m. and due to the intense heat, we found a place to refresh ourselves. So we didn't hesitate to jump in. And we rode back to Dambulla, which was a distance about 10 kilometers back to our resting place. And now we are here at the Golden Temple of Dambulla, which marks the end of day 1.
With night falling and legs tired, the team returned to Rest, wrapping up the evening with stories, laughter, and the contentment that follows a day of meaningful exploration. Day 2 began early once again, this time at 5 a.m. Riding out just as the first light began to touch the sky, they made their way toward Pidurangala Rock.
We left early at around 4:30 a.m. from Dambulla to see the sunrise from Kandalama Lake. And now we are heading towards Pidurangala, stopped at Kivista to have our breakfast. See you all at Pidurangala.
Though often overshadowed by its famous neighbor Sigiriya, Pidurangala is beloved for its rugged charm and spectacular views. The climb was steep and challenging, especially the final stretch over large boulders. But the summit rewarded them with the sweeping views of the surrounding jungle and a breathtaking sight of Sigiriya Rock rising in the near distance. After descending Pidurangala around 1 or 2 pm, the group headed to the nearby Kandalama for a refreshing bath. The cool waters of the ancient reservoir, set against the backdrop of misty mountains and forested hills, offered a perfect break from the day's heat and exertion.
We started from Sigiriya and now we are on our way to Dambulla, and we stopped at the Kandalama Lake to get refreshed, and after that again we are going to ride back to Dambulla town, and from there it's going to be like the end of our cycling, exploring Dambulla.
Following the bath, they returned to Annan Rest for lunch. With the weekend's journey coming to a close, the bicycles were loaded back into the vehicle. The students boarded the college van and began their journey back to Canberra, tired but fulfilled.
After 2 days of excitement and some long journeys, we made it back to our accommodation place safely. I must thank all those people who are there behind us. Right now you can see we are packing all the bicycles and we'll be heading towards Kandy now. And I must thank all those people who are there behind us, and I'm sure that this would have been a lifetime experience for the boys.
This ride wasn't just about covering distance. It was about traveling through landscapes and stories that have shaped Sri Lanka's identity. For these young cyclists from Trinity College, the Dambulla adventure became something more than just a weekend away. It was a connection to nature, to history, to each other, and to the simple, freeing joy of moving forward together.